Greetings and welcome back to another episode of my 1.10 Survival Let's Play. As you can see behind me, the Chamber of Commerce has started to come into shape rather nicely, and we'll go and have a look at that, because although I said we'd be having an explore today, and I meant that, we're going this way anyway. So it's not going to hurt at all to have a little look around while we're up here. I've cleaned up my building materials, this chest is now gone, and I've done a bit of work on the inside as well as the brickwork on the outside, and I'm really happy with how this has come out. It's exactly what I had in mind. It looks like one of those buildings that's it's been made as smooth as possible, and over the years the brickwork started showing through. There's a creeper inside. That's not good. I thought I had it all lit up. Oh, this is going to be fun times. Let's see if we can lure him out rather than trying to figure out where he's got to. I see ye. Let's run over this way. Ah. Get back. My building. So here I have a little sort of reception desk. Yeah, I haven't put any interior design in. We might make that an episode at some point, or I might just do it when I get round to it. I'm trying to decide between a door and a gate here. I originally put a gate in, and I think I quite like that. It makes it feel a bit more public and accessible. And then I've done a kind of archway over here because there's stuff out there that I'll show you in a minute. Upstairs there's not a lot going on, a couple of empty rooms that I may divide into offices, or I may have as a more sort of, I want to say industrial, but that's the wrong word, a more commercial sense there. Some back windows have gone in. I'm quite pleased with how they turned out as well. I like the way these ones mirror the one at the front, and this one is just to let the light in, really. And on these sides I'm thinking paintings, maps maybe. There is a bit of space through here, but it's not very pretty. It's not doing an awful lot of good, so I've just covered it up for now. I have lit behind there, so hopefully we won't get any noises. And I'm not too sure if I like the way this has come out, but I'll leave it for now. And then through here I've done a little bit of work on a sort of patio area, because you know these things they have shindigs, they might want to serve drinks on the lawn or something. So this has come up to here, and then I'll probably put a larger garden around this sort of area as time goes on. So, like I said, we're going to go for an explore this time. We've not seen an awful lot of different biomes really in this land yet. We've got a lot of forests of various kinds, we've got a lot of plains and sunflower plains, and we've got a patch of extreme hills on the other side there. But really, I've not seen much. We went that way last time, we found that village and we didn't get much further, but this time I thought we'd go south. I considered going around the coast, but I think it looks like it's pretty much forests and plains all the way. So let's have a look around this way and see what we can find. And while we're wandering along, we can maybe have a think about where we're going next with this place, because I'm becoming quite fond of this world. But at the same time, oh, more extreme hills, what a surprise. At the same time, I'm starting to feel like I need to be doing more than one series on this channel. And I'm trying to decide what other series I could do. I have got a couple in mind, one of which would involve me collaborating with someone who's not quite at the video ready stage yet. It would be their first video too, but I'm thinking about collaborating with someone who can teach me something about redstone. I think that could be quite entertaining, because I struggle with a lot of oh, hello cows, well, remember you're here. I struggle with a lot of retention when it comes to circuits and electronics and things and how they work. I've always been able to rely on having someone nearby I can ask, This is an interesting looking cave as well. I think those hills go back a ways. I'm not going all the way up there, we'll go around. So yeah, Beth Learns Minecraft might become a thing. Beth Learns Redstone might become a thing. And learning how to talk might be useful as well. Thought I had some in here. I do love the ender chest as a kind of backpack. Works rather nicely. Yeah, so learning redstone is a possible series, but like I say, that could be a while in the making. Or I've quite enjoyed doing the little time lapses, so I might try and branch out and do some larger builds, maybe in creative, and time lapse them, and make a series of short films that way. And that wouldn't require any audio recording either, so that could be something I could release fairly, you know, maybe not regularly, but reasonably often without too much extra time and effort going into it, because I do have other things going on in my life. This is not my full-time job or anything, as I'm sure you're aware from the 3 videos a week updates. It's hardly a full-time schedule, is it? So yeah, those are the 2 that sort of have immediately come to mind. The other possibilities are to maybe start a modded series. I haven't played modded pretty much since I started recording this one, but I'm kind of I'm wondering which pack I would do in that case. I have enjoyed doing regrowth in the past, but I don't know if I want to start it over again, even though I always said I would once it was more finished than the version I was using. But I'd need to find a pack that kind of catches my interest, if you like. Oh, hello! Wasn't expecting him. God, made me jump out my skin there. Let's have a look down here. I don't want to spend the whole time caving. I want to see what's going on above ground and if we can find any other biomes, but at the same time I don't want anything coming along behind me. So yeah, I've got some sort of half-formed plans and some beginnings of ideas for things that I can maybe do as a second series. And the other thing that I feel like I need to be talking about is what we're doing next here, because we've spent a lot of time in the market town, although it doesn't seem to have progressed an awful lot. Ooh, it's a big ravine. Not very deep though. Interesting. Okay, those were the extreme hills. I think we're still going south. Where's the sun? The sun's going down there. No, we're going east apparently. Okay, let's get around here and start heading south again. That's because I wanted to go round these hills, wasn't it? Still seeing lots of plains and forests, nothing much else. And these extreme hills, which are stunning. They're always stunning. It's one of my favourite biomes. Ooh, hello! Is that what I think it is over there? I think it is. I think we have another village, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, well, if we can get there before dark, that would be fantastic. I have got a bed on me. I don't intend to let anything happen to these guys. But, always like to find another village. Oh, it looks like it's quite a large one as well. Will we have a blacksmith in here? An armourer? Oh. Toolsmith? Anyone in here? Nope, nobody up in here. Oh yes, you're hiding. Cleric, what a surprise, in a sort of churchy building. I think, are these churches, or are they supposed to be castles, or... I'm not too sure. What have we got over here? Lots of guys with black aprons on. Let's put a bed down and sleep the night away before it gets much darker, I think. There's a white coat over there. We definitely want to talk to him. And I'm not seeing a blacksmith. Although that doesn't mean anything. I frequently don't see things that are right in front of my face. Where did he go? Did he go in here? No. Oh well, we'll take these books anyway. Always come in handy. Although I think I have enough to do the enchanting table. I haven't actually needed it. I've got all this great gear without enchanting anything. No. Not seeing a blacksmith at all. And not find... There you are. Hello. 26. That's not bad. We got infinity for 15. Well, I haven't got any paper with me to unlock any others, so we'll just remember he's here and come and have a proper look later. We'll have your books though. Thank you very much. Are you a farmer? That's one thing I think is missing. Is yay, we've got a farmer. 18. I don't know if these are good or not. I know that 8 is good for pumpkins. I don't know if 19 is good for wheat. I'll have to look it up. I'm glad you're here though. I've always quite wanted one of them. Which way is the sun going now? That way. So that's west. So we want to go this way through the forest. We'll leave it be for now. We can always come back and have a proper look around later. Let's see what we've got down here. So yeah, when we get back to town, I think it's going to be time to at least make a bit of a start on the agricultural area, the little farm town, and I quite like to get swamp. Sorry, thoroughly distracted again. I need some vines. I bet I haven't brought any shears with me. No, I haven't. Okay, we need to find some iron and make a furnace and make some shears just so that I can get some vines and bring them home, because that all makes perfect sense in my head, although I'm sure there's an easier way to do it. I'm just going to do it this way. Let's see, what can we find? There's got to be, some iron right here. Yeah, so I think we'll get started on the agricultural guy. I don't want that one. Let's get the lucky pick out and not use it to break the box. There we go. But I'm thinking I wouldn't mind setting up some kind of villager breeder at the same time, so that I can eventually automate the farms and get some kind of, I think they'd be fabulous in the commerce district, for example, to have some kind of villager trading centre in there. It would make sense in the market town, but I'll settle for some automatic food farms to begin with. And I've got some ideas about how I want the buildings to look, the sort of general theme, the block palette, if you like. And I'll be using the bone blocks and some kind of wood. I'm not sure whether to go with oak or spruce or dark oak even. Some of that's worked quite nicely for me in the past. Right, let's get out into the daylight and over here, and we'll set up a little spot to get some iron going. Is that the world's smallest swamp there? Oh no, there's more of it over there. Okay, we'll head this way then. Yeah, so I'm thinking, witch's hut too. Do you know, I've hardly seen them in single player before. So I don't know if you're familiar with the cottage where Robert Burns, the poet, grew up. It seems slightly random. Ah, no! Get out the fire! Out the fire! Oh, that's scary. That's really scary stuff. Why am I still on fire? Let me out. Oh, that's the worst witch's hut ever. Oh, good grief. My heart is pounding. Right, let's cover this up so I don't do that again. Whew. That wasn't fun. And you, and I've got one more, haven't I? Yep. That will do. Right, let's see what's in here. That's it? That's what I came all this way for? Okay. Well, we'll set up in here, shall we? Robert Burns, the Scottish poet, lived in a farmhouse. And I remember going there as a child. My grandmother took me, actually. She was living in Glasgow. I went to stay with her, and she took me along to see this house, and it's stuck with me ever since. And I think it would be a perfect style for the rural area. It's kind of a long, thin, white house with a thatched roof, and it had an area out. One half of the house was for livestock, actually inside the house, and the beds were above it, so that the heat from the animals would warm the residents in the night. And it's not an uncommon design for that period of time. I think it was sort of 1700s, so Georgian time. Oh, grown already. And 18, yeah, that will do. So yeah, and I think that would work out quite nicely with the style I have in mind for the rural area. And let's take that as well. Thank you. And yeah, things like a windmill, and like I say, some automated farms. But I don't know if I would do those as exposed and in the open, or whether I'd rather have them as a kind of a hidden area underground or something. I suppose it'll depend on what the designs look like. And yeah, we're going east again apparently. Let's head round this way. This has been quite a handy swamp, apart from the fire bath. I'm glad that didn't hurt more than it needed to. Oh, is that birch forest? I think there's either more swamp over there, or this is actually quite a long swamp down the side of this forest. I really would like to say, yeah, we found one new biome, I suppose, with the swamp, but it's not that spectacular, is it? This birch forest looks like it might go on for a while as well. Yeah, we'll keep heading south. We'll see what we can find. I'm not going to turn around and try and get back within one episode. I'll come back off camera and we'll see if we've found anything interesting. But so far it's quite a lot of the same variety again. Let's see what's down. Oh, broken ankles. We'll pick up some of these blue orchids. I really like these. And I don't really think I've got anywhere closer to home to get them than here. So I don't want to take them all though. Pig's in a hurry to go somewhere. Oh, to go just up there. And chicken, yeah, we'll need chickens at some point. I think there's some up in the extreme hills though. Another roofed forest. That looks like a birch forest hills. Let's see if we can squeeze between the two. I think this river might stop actually. And I've lost the sun again. Where are you? Oh, it's going to be getting dark soon, isn't it? Oh well, that's why I brought a bed. Not a problem. Let's see if we can squeeze down between here. I really hope I'm still going south. I'd love to find a desert or a savanna, or I say even an ice plains. I don't know if we're getting hotter or colder coming down here, because all we're getting is forest and hills and a swamp. Let's see if we can get up to the top of here before dark. and we'll have a little sleep. Yes, it looks like we've been going the right way. Okay, where's my bed? Let's put that down. Let's see. I still want to keep on going south for a little bit longer. Maybe we'll get across this plain and then do a jump cut or something, I don't know. Might help if I actually went faster. But, lots of plains, lots of forests, lots of hills, and not a lot of anything else. I'm thinking this might be a bit of a bust. But then again, you never know what's around the next corner with this game. And that's the joy of it, isn't it? Is that extreme hills spruce, or are we getting into tiger territory? I think that's just extreme hills, isn't it? That's pretty. This is why it's one of my favourite biomes. It's kind of majestic, isn't it? The tree up there as well. Yeah. I've seen worse. Looks like another birch forest coming up. One more quick look round this corner, and then we might have to call it a day, I think. That's a funny bit of terrain, isn't it? What's happened there? What on earth is that? Oh, it's just weird. That's just a really weird bit of generation. So yeah, I'm thinking the first building in the... Oh, hello, I don't know where you've come from, but I'll take you. I can get more of you from just that one. I'm thinking the first building in the farming district will probably be 4 animals. And I really do need to get some cows on the go. There's really very little need for pigs, and I've already got some sheep. But some more leather would be handy. And the automatic fisher gives me some leather, but it doesn't give me an awful lot. And there are better ways to spend my electricity bill than gathering 13 leather a night. It works out as about 1 an hour, I think. So yeah, a cow farm's going to be quite necessary, and I think that'll be a good place to start. And I'll probably make a start on that in the next episode. This looks like the ocean. I think we might have hit the edge of the southerly reaches of the continent. I'm not seeing anything in the distance. We could make a boat and carry on, but I think we'll stop here for now. We might do a bit more exploring in the next episode or two, but I do want to crack on with that rural area. So really all I can say at this point is thanks for listening to me ramble on while I ran through a lot of green, and thanks very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Ta-ta!